Hi guys, welcome to another video. Hope you're all keeping well. As you probably know, if you've been following my videos and that and my profile, I am a huge fan of Boris Karloff. Absolutely fantastic actor, especially in regards to his work in horror movies and that. And it was, as I've said many times in the past, it was his movie Frankenstein from 1931 in which he played the monster. That first got me into horror. Now, in this video, I'm not going to talk about his Frankenstein movies, what he done for Universal. What I'm going to talk about is three of my all-time favourites Boris Karloff movies post the Universal Frankenstein movies. He made three of them for Universal. He made Frankenstein in 1931, The Bride of Frankenstein 1935, and Son of Frankenstein. But then after that, he didn't play the monster anymore. But as I say, the ones I'm going to show you now are the later ones what he made and that, So without further ado, let's just get into it. Now, the first one I'm going to show you, appropriately enough, although it's not a Universal one, it is Frankenstein 1970. Now, in this movie, Karloff doesn't play the Frankenstein monster, but he does play Frankenstein, So I'll just read you the back of this just to give you an idea if you haven't seen it. Yeah, very monstrous, very Karloff, and very mad. Very good movie this, yeah. Is there a doctor in the house? Yeah, at the eerie house of Frankenstein, the answer is yes. And he's out to make right the experiment in playing God that's doomed his family for generations. Now, this was made in 1958, and Karloff plays Victor Frankenstein, an aging, hulking shambles of dignity and menace who agrees to let a TV crew shoot a horror flick at the family castle. Now, the crew members don't know it yet, but they're just what the doctor ordered, fresh body parts ready for harvesting. So yeah, guys, if you like Boris Karloff and you haven't seen this movie from 1958, I highly recommend that you go out and get yourself a copy of this, yeah. Just a couple of special features there, guys, if you want to freeze your cameras, just to take those in there, guys. Yeah, so as I say, Boris Karloff, he's very good in this, playing Victor Frankenstein, I love that photo of him there. Yeah, so this is one of my favourite movies by Boris Karloff, yeah, so that is Frankenstein 1970, very atmospheric movie, yeah. Next one I'd like to show you is, this is one of my favourite Boris Karloff movies of all time, and that is The Sorceress, yeah. I love that photo of Karloff there at the back, yeah. Ian Ogilvy's in this as well, as you know, you probably know Ian Ogilvy was in The Witchfinder General, and he played the Saints in the late 70s and that, and he's a very fine actor, Ian Ogilvy, and he's been in countless plays, and he's been in other few movies as well, and that, quite a few movies and that. But this is a very good movie, this one, yeah. The great somnambulist Professor Montserrat, played by Boris Karloff, has spent a life's work developing a technique for controlling people's minds and sharing their feelings and sensations. Now, with his wife, Estelle, played by Catherine Lacey, they decide to test their method on Mike Roscoe, Ian Ogilvy, and enjoy the hedonistic kick of being young again. But then Estelle grows to love the power of controlling Roscoe as the extent of his vicarious pleasures expand. Now, how far will Professor Montserrat allow Estelle to go before they upset the equilibrium of humanity? Yeah, this is a really great movie, this, yeah. The Sorceress, yeah, from 1967, yeah. And I love the machine they have and that, the contraption what Karloff's built and that, and you get Ian Ogilvy and that, and control his mind and that, and of course his wife, Karloff's wife, she becomes really dominant and that, and really she wants to use the power for to fulfill her own evil purposes and that, yeah. But I won't tell you too much more about it in case you haven't seen it, yeah. Okay, so that's The Sorceress, guys, yeah. Great Karloff movie, this, yeah. Oh, we've got a booklet as well here, guys, to show you. All about the movie, guys. There's Karloff there in his role as a Professor Montserrat. Yeah, I love The Sorceress, yeah. Watched it many times, and there's his wife there, who becomes more and more dominant with the machine and that. Control, and there's Ian Ogilvy. Fantastic actor, Ian Ogilvy, yeah. Yeah, he made two gangster movies recently as well. We Still Kill the Old Way. That was a very good one. And there was another one he made a follow-up on that. You know, oh yeah, real brutal movie and that. A very, very good movie. Yeah, real gangster movie. Yeah. Love Ian Ogilvy. He's a fantastic actor. There he is on his motorcycle with his girl at the back. So he gets really dragged into this, there he is in the machine there, waiting to be experimented on. Boris Karloff there. Yeah, one of Boris Karloff's last movies, The Sorceress, yeah. Thoroughly enjoy it, like every time I watch it and that, you know. And Boris Karloff, you know, really on the money in this and that, yeah. So that's The Sorceress from 1967. The final Karloff movie I'd like to show you is another cracker from the 60s, and that is Die, Monster, Die. Another fine performance by Boris Karloff and that, you know, yeah. Yeah, Boris Karloff, the greatest horror star of all time. I'd certainly second that, guys. Takes centre stage in this menagerie of horror, like a deadly potion bubbling with eerie mansions, secret experiments, and a warning never to look in the basements. This is pure haunted house hokum all the way. Now, Boris Karloff, he plays an English scientist entertaining a young American visitor, serving up tea, terror, and a beautiful daughter. Yeah, Susan Farmer's in this. She plays the female lead, yeah. And then you've got Nick Adams, directed by Daniel Heller. This is based on a H.P. Lovecraft story from the Colour of Out of Space. I don't know if any of you have read that story, yeah. That's actually been remade as well in a new movie and that, you know, The Colour of Outer Space. I haven't seen it in that, but yeah. Yeah, so that is Die, Monster, Die. Die, Monster, Die from 1965. And by the way, guys, the picture quality on this edition is absolutely pristine. Yeah, so there you go. That is Die, Monster, Die. So just to recap on my three Boris Karloff movies. Frankenstein, 1970. The Sorceress, fantastic movie from 1967. And then you've got Die, Monster, Die. Another classic movie from 1965. Okay, guys, do you like Boris Karloff? Are you a Karloff fan? What's your favourite Boris Karloff movie? Please feel free to leave your comments down below. You know, share, subscribe. But these are, if you're a Boris Karloff fan, I highly recommend you get yourself a copy of these guys. You know, fantastic movies. Yeah, he was. He's a fantastic actor, Boris Karloff. Yeah. Yeah, I've got it. There's one other movie I've got there in my collection. I couldn't put my hands on it at the moment, like, and that is The Curse of the Crimson Altar, where he starred with Christopher Lee. That was made in 1968. Yeah, he's in a wheelchair and that, like, he's obviously in you know, his health and that, you know, but it's very, very good performance in that, you know, in that movie and that, and then so you've got Christopher Lee in it and that, you know, yeah. So I'll try and dig that out and do a video review of that sometime in the future. But as I say, getting back to these movies, guys, these great movies, if you're a Karloff, you know, Boris Karloff fans, have in your collection, yeah. And as I said, the picture quality is fantastic, the stories are great, and of course Boris Karloff is really on the money in all three, yeah. One of the greatest actors ever, Boris Karloff, yeah. Especially when he played the Frankenstein monster, yeah. One movie I'd like to get of Boris Karloff's the one where he Targets, where he plays like a retired horror actor. I saw that on the telly many years ago, and I hope one day that'll be released on Blu-ray. The DVD is very hard to guess. Yeah, excuse me. Yeah. So yeah, he plays a horror actor and that, you know, retired, and I think there's a serial killer on the set, a Hollywood set and that. Yeah. I'll keep a lookout for that one anyway, yeah, on Blu-ray. Someone's bound to release it on Blu-ray eventually, yeah. Okay, guys, well, I hope you enjoyed my Boris Karloff video. And as I say, yeah, if you like Karloff, leave your comments down below. What's your favourite Boris Karloff movies and that, you know, yeah. And if you've seen any of these movies, I'd be interested to read what you thought of them, yeah. Okay, guys, well, that's it for now. Stay safe. And I'll talk to you again soon. Thanks, guys.